Hi everybody. Um, I just coming on to one to check in that everyone's doing okay with the heat. It's been really hard coping with all that. Last week I just was pretty much in with my aircon unit for the week. But on Friday we decided we were going to escape, and a friend and I went to Brighton. Had a really lovely time down there. But one thing it really highlighted to me is another kind of reason that being disabled is harder, and the reason is parking. And it's great, I've got a blue badge. You'd think wonderful, really easy to get parked. I unfortunately drive a transporter van at the moment, and I'm soon to take delivery of an even bigger vehicle. My lease is due for the renewal, and they're building my new vehicle as we speak. It's going to be amazing, really kind of future proof it for me for the next 10 years. I'm going to be operating on joysticks, which is a little scary, but I know I'll get the hang of that quite fast. Um, so that's all absolutely incredible. I love what they're capable of doing now for people like us. However, this vehicle is huge. It's a 7.5 ton van. It's a Volkswagen Crafter, and it's 2.3 metres in height, which, for those of you that have already worked this out, causes a big headache where parking's concerned. I will not be able to access multi-storey car parks, and for example, the park that I'm in at the moment, I love coming here with my little dog. However, I won't be able to get into the actual car park section because there's a height restriction. So although I've got this new amazing vehicle, which is going to be easier for me to drive and will give me much less stress on my body moving forward, it's actually given me another new headache of how I park the vehicle. I have to be able to access the boot area of it, because that's where the ramp is. Um, so when we went down to Brighton for the day, we were looking with a view to this new vehicle and how and where I might be able to park it. We, after speaking to a local lady there, hi if you are watching, she told me that she only knew of two places in the whole of Brighton town centre that would be suitable for parking my new vehicle. Now it goes the same for Bromley, where I live. Up round here, there's very few places where I go to that actually I'm going to be able to park my new vehicle. And I'm really having to research different areas where I go for voluntary work, um, and other places. It's really going to make it more complex trying to get anywhere. As disabled people, we already have to plan so much about where we're going and places that we're going to stay or visit, whether they're accessible or not, without having to also then try to work out where we're going to be able to park our vehicle. Now, I haven't been given a choice over this vehicle because of the new electric car thing coming in. People aren't purchasing the middle of the range vans, so they're not importing the middle sized vans anymore, or currently anyway, which then means you can either have the small one or the beast, which is what I'm being given. I can't have the smaller vehicle, unfortunately, because of the wheelchair that I currently have and all the equipment I need to have with me if I go on a journey more than half an hour. So I have to have this bigger vehicle. Don't get me wrong, I am really, really grateful for, but the local councils in the UK really need to understand that they need to start giving us places that are, they're dedicated, I guess, to the bigger WAVs, and that only wheelchair accessible vehicles can park in these spaces, which might upset a few people, but we really need those accessible parking spaces. Most people with a Motability car will be able to still park in the multi-stories, etc. But people like myself that are going to have these huge vehicles are going to be really, really high and dry without a space to be able to park them. So we're going to then be limited as to where we can visit, and so it's helping us in one hand and taking away our independence in another, because it means that we're going to have someone come with us. We can't go to places on our own, solo. So guys, I want to hear from people if you're also experiencing the same problem as me with regards to your vehicles, and how do you think we can get the government to wake up to this fact, this reality that we're facing as disabled people? It's already hard enough for us. And now, because the government bringing in this electric car scheme, they're making it even harder for us. And we have so many things we have to overcome in our daily lives. I wish things weren't as much of a battle as they are for us. And I really want to find a way of making that difference out there, being mad and just working out how we, moving forward, can change things for the better, make parking more accessible for the WAVs and for disabled people in general. I know that it's a problem for everybody parking. A lot of disabled bays are not truly accessible disabled bays. You have pillars in the way, and I could carry on and on and on. I want to know how we can make the government and the local councils, particularly Bromley. Let's start with Bromley. How can we get Bromley to sit up and listen to the issues and troubles that we as disabled residents are encountering? So I really hope everyone's doing okay, and drop me a line. Tell me what you think and how we can go about this. Let's work together. Take care and speak to you all again soon. Bye for now.